Okay, I got a gun I want to show you. Very unique. This gun sort of means something to me. I got this gun cheap. I think I bought the gun with the case and the whole deal for 200 bucks. And everything about this is old. This old redhead case, called a leg of mutton. The reason it's called a leg of mutton is because that's how it's shaped. See there? It's the way the old timers used to carry their guns. They'd get on the train in New York City or Washington D.C. and they'd ride the train down to up to the Adirondacks or somewhere and go hunting for the weekend. What I'm going to show you here is a Model 200 J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company takedown. And there's several things about this gun that is unique. The fact that it's a takedown is cool. It's the very first repeater that was ever made to handle the 20 gauge cartridge. And let me tell you, it's a complicated little action. This goes on here like this, and I'm not going to put it together for you on this video because it takes me about 10 minutes usually to get it together. It's not like a Model 12 that just slips together easily. But here's what I want to show you. See this fore end right here? This little corn cob fore end, that's called. Now look at this guy. You screw this out, and this is the tool that you use to turn this nut here that makes the barrel stay on. Then when you're done putting it together, you put this guy back in here, screw it back in. That's where you keep it. Model 200, and this thing's in rough shape. I've never shot the gun, and there's sometimes a gun will just intrigue me because of what might have been. I don't know if any of you ever, this gun come from Minnesota. No, yeah, Minnesota. I don't know if any of you guys ever have heard the story of the day the duck hunters died. Armistice Day 1940, you can Google it. They had a horrible storm come in. It was like 60 degrees and all these guys were out duck hunting. And it turned down to below zero and snowing sideways, and they ended up getting a couple feet of snow, and a bunch of guys froze to death. They'd be out there on a slough or a marsh or on an island, and the waves they'd go out in a canoe, and they're out there in their duck blinds, and this weather went, in about 20 minutes, it went from 60 degrees down to almost zero and snowing sideways, and by the time the night was over, it was below zero. But 85 duck hunters died in that storm. And you know, I look at a gun like this and I wonder what all it's seen, what all it's done. I can only imagine. I think part of what intrigues me about a gun like this, though, is the secrets, the things that at one point in time this gun was somebody's gun. It was there. Probably the way they put meat on the table. Got this old recoil pad. I think it's a Ranger. Yeah, got a goose on it. Ranger recoil pad. And somebody even decided they were going to do something to the stock there. I don't know what that was going to be. I guess some checkering maybe. Looks like they used a 3/4 file or something. Got started there. That's all they got done. Didn't do the other side either. But it's all cool to me. It tells a story. Anyway, once I get it, I'll put it together and then I'll show you the whole gun. Okay, finally got it together. This thing's a horse's patootie to put together. But what's cool about it is it's got this little hump back here, almost like a Browning shotgun, and then it's got a top tang safety right here, which is pretty nice if you're left-handed like me, because it works out good. Have that right there instead of that button underneath. Maybe I'll take it out and shoot it someday. I've been a little concerned because I'm not 100% sure that it's locking shut quite right. But I'll show you how the action looks. Yeah, it was something else. It was probably too complicated, and they only made this gun from 1911 to 1914. They made it for 3 years, and then they scurried on to something else. I don't know what replaced it for sure, but yeah, somebody overthought that process right there. But that's the Model 200 J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company 20 gauge shotgun. Now I'm going to take it apart, put it back in this little leg of mutton case after spending all that time putting it together. It's easy to take apart. Take your little tool, hook it right here in this collar, like that, turn it. Sounds easy, but it ain't. There we go. Comes apart easy. Put my tool back in here. Get my leg of mutton case. So you can see what I'm doing. Drop the barrels in like this. Whoops. On the side there, buddy. Drop the action in like this. Shut the top. And we'll be ready to head for the Adirondacks on a steam locomotive. Maybe we'll go grouse hunting up there. 1911, 1914. Thanks for listening.